Hello, math friends. Today we are going to take a look at our very first lesson, our very first video lesson, and it is on multiplying and dividing fractions. Now this is something you may or may not know how to do already, but we're just going to get a real quick refresher on how to do this. And we're going to start first of all with dividing fractions because that's just how it's going to work today. Now, our very first problem is right here, and it is we're going to divide 2/5 by 5/6. Now, when we divide fractions, the thing you've got to know is that when you divide fractions, you're actually going to be multiplying by the reciprocal. You might be asking yourself, well, what the heck is a reciprocal? Well, let me lay it on you. A reciprocal, let's say that I have a fraction of 3/7. The reciprocal, I just take that fraction and I put the denominator on top and the numerator on the bottom, and so the reciprocal of 3/7 is 7/3. Easy peasy, right? Okay, so let's take a look at 2/5 divided by 5/6. We are going to multiply by the reciprocal, but not of both fractions, just the second fraction. So the first fraction stays exactly the same. Do not change it. And we're going to change division to multiply. And the second fraction was 5/6. We're going to make it the reciprocal. So now we're going to change the order of those, 6/5. And then we multiply straight across. Straight across. 2 times 6 is 12. And 5 times 5 is 25. See how easy that was? Multiplying, you just multiply straight across, but division, you have to multiply by the reciprocal of the second number. Okay? Since that one was so much fun, we're going to try the next one. 9/12 divided by 2/3. All right, you probably remember already that first number doesn't change. It stays exactly the same. The second number, we multiply by the reciprocal, so 2/3 becomes 3/2 because we flip those numbers. And then our final step is to multiply straight across, because that's how you multiply fractions, straight across. 9 times 3 is 27, and 12 times 2 is 24. See how easy that is. Okay? So that takes us to problem B. Now problem B, as you can clearly see, is multiplication. 3/4 times 2/3. Well, the best part about these problems is you don't have to change anything. 3/4 stays 3/4. 2/3 stays 2/3 because we're multiplying. It doesn't say divide, so we don't have to change a thing. And then we just multiply straight across. 3 times 2 is 6, and 4 times 3 is 12. Now, any of these fractions, if you feel you need to simplify them, you may, but we don't have to right now. Our last one, well, that doesn't look like a division or a multiplication problem. That just looks like a fraction made of fractions, but that's the deal. Here's the thing, 7/9 over 2/3, but there's a fraction bar in between them. See that fraction bar? That fraction bar is the same thing as division. That fraction bar means divide. And so we would actually rewrite this thing. So it'd be 7/9 divided by 2/3. 7/9 divided by 2/3. But remember what division is. We have to multiply by the reciprocal. So that means we keep the first fraction the same, but we're going to multiply by the reciprocal of the second one. 2/3, the reciprocal is 3/2 because we flip those numbers. And then, now we're multiplying, and we multiply fractions straight across. And so our final answer is 7 times 3 is 21. 9 times 2 is 18. How easy is that? So, some important things to remember. When you multiply straight across. When you divide, you have to multiply by the reciprocal. And then if you've got a fraction made up of fractions, you have to rewrite those problems horizontally. So they go, instead of top to bottom, they go left to right. That's all you got to remember. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and don't forget to be awesome.